This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That was me having a go at the guitar solo from a song that I suspect, like many people, I'd completely forgotten about until I watched the very final scene of the very final episode of what I think is probably the best TV drama ever made. I'm talking, of course, about Breaking Bad. And if you haven't seen the show, I won't spoil it for you, but it's the title of the song, which is Baby Blue by Badfinger, fits the narrative of the song and of the show absolutely perfectly. And so that's the Joey Molland solo, I believe, from Badfinger's Baby Blue. Now let's have a look at what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, let's take a brief look at what's going on in this fantastic little solo, starting as always with what we're playing over. It's not a particularly complicated chord sequence by any stretch of the imagination, but it is kind of weaving in and out of a couple of different keys. We start with a D major, going to an A major, going to an E major, and all of those chords there can be said to be coming from essentially the key of A. And the key of A obviously contains that E chord, but the key of B also contains the E chord, and then we resolve to the B chord that's in the key of B, funnily enough. So you're getting that, and then we go through it again. And pause on the B on that second time, 2 bars worth of pause, and then we're in the key of B and we go to the 5 chord, which is the F sharp, which is where the vocals come back in. So, as I say, the chord sequence is kind of ducking and diving and moving between a few different keys. So, the best way to play over something like this is exactly the way that happens in this solo, where you basically think largely around chord tones. So, over that D chord, we're bending up to the major third, the F sharp. There we go. And so we're getting essentially the E note there, but that's only an incidental note. Lots of F sharp, and coming back to the D note again. And then by then we're on the A chord, so we go to that little kind of 6th pair there, like that. So we're playing the C sharp and the A, the two notes that you can see just come straight out of that A major chord. And then we hit the E chord with like that. So essentially the same lick as we played over the D chord, but we're a tone higher now because we're playing over the E chord, bending up to the G sharp, which is the major third of the E major chord. And then we conclude the first half of the solo when we hit that B chord by bending up to the major third of the B chord, the D sharp from this C sharp here. So we get this over the D chord, this over the A chord, this over the E chord, and then this over the B chord. Then the second half of the solo, it's basically the same kind of idea once again, really, just stating chord notes. This time we go to this G sharp here and bend it up to the A, which is the 5th of the D chord. Then when we hit the A chord, we just basically walk through an A major chord arpeggio with the starting on the 5th there, that's the E, A, which is the root, up to the C sharp, which is the 3rd, and then finish again on the 5th there on the E note there. So you're getting like that. So just outlining an A major chord. By then, we're on the E major chord, and once again, remember how we bent up to the major third of the E chord? Down there. Well, we do the same thing again, but an octave higher. And then we hit the B chord where there's that pause, and we're just going to take this A note here and bend it up to the B, the root note of the B chord. And then that just kind of hangs over that pause where the B chord is being sustained. So just walking through that whole solo, you get this. And the second half. And that's what's going on. Brilliantly thought out solo. I doubt very much whether this was improvised. It has the kind of whiff of something which was, kind of cooked up in advance. But it's beautifully melodic, serves the song really well. And as I say, just kind of plots a clever course through those shifting sands of, once again, we're going from a D chord to an A chord and an E chord. They're all sort of coming from like an E mixolydian kind of tonality, and then that E chord is also in the key of B, and that serves as the bridge into the key of B for when we hit the B major chord. So there you go. Now you know what's going on with this, I think, rather fantastic little solo. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that explanation you've just seen there, and a jam track to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these bits and pieces that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are also linked down in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it informative and useful in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and want to give me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, that's all I've got for you. So I'll take this opportunity to bid you a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.